Hey guys, welcome to the another tutorial. Today, I'm gonna show you how you can draw and full shading of the cars. So, let's go to the tutorial. In the first step, I have to explain the basic method to you. Basically, drawing and shading the car are divided into three parts. The first part is the parts that are completely dark. As you can see, these parts are completely dark, and drawing them is not very difficult. But in order to draw them better, you must follow some points that I will tell you. First point. One of the mistakes that some people make. They draw the dark parts in a hurry and don't take time to shade under it, but the main thing is that you should shade the several times without rushing and repeatedly. When you completely blacken the surface of the paper at once, you actually press your pencil on the surface of the paper and this causes the surface of the paper to become indented, and this will ruin your artwork. As you can see, the surface of the paper gets dented and our artwork is ruined. The correct way is to shade the surface of the paper several times and gradually make it completely dark, so that the painting becomes more realistic, and the surface of the paper does not suffer from breakage and damage. For shading, first use HB or 2H pencils, and then after shading several times, use 2B or higher pencils. Second point. Do not divide the drawing with a pencil into small parts. When you draw the design in small pieces on paper, it makes each part different from other parts after drawing, and does not become completely uniform, and also when you want to draw the parts in the same way, it will tire your mind while designing. The best way to do this is to draw them uniformly. Third point. Move the pencil in one direction. To draw these parts, try to move the pencil in one direction. The direction of movement is not important, but the use of that direction is important for the whole part. To darken the paper gently, you can use a cutter to sharpen and narrow the tip of your pencil so that you can draw those parts more easily. And also for parts that need more details than mechanical pencil. Draw the details that are in the dark parts after completing the dark parts. This will help you draw their dimensions and details better. To draw parts that have smooth lines, use appropriate tools such as rulers. Use a ruler even to draw wheels and rims, you will draw them better. The thin lines do not need to be shaded just like the marked areas, and you should draw them with pencils above 2B. Lines between doors and windows are also drawn in the same way. Some of the dark parts are connected to the light parts. For less mistakes, leave a little space between these two parts so that you don't have a problem in drawing them. As I said, the lines between doors and windows and headlights do not need to be shaded, and you can choose to draw them either at the beginning or at the end. Cut area means the parts that go from dark to light without any shading. Light reflections or car livery are from this category. The third and last is related to the parts that are shaded from dark to light. In all cars, there are parts that move from complete darkness to light. Before drawing these parts, erase the extra lines completely, otherwise your drawing will not be drawn correctly. Draw the lines that are reflected on car first and then draw that part completely. Draw the lines that are reflected on car first and then draw that part completely. Reflections on the car. One of the section that needs practice is the reflections on the car. These parts usually do not have a special method to draw. But the point that you can get help from in this section is to first draw the reflection of the things that fell on the car, and then shade on the surface. Draw the details of these parts when you have completely drawn around them. There is no special way to draw car details, and you need practice to draw them better. Like the details of the roof of this car and the front part. Another point is related to the car livery. In fact, in most cases, they are not completely bright and white and need to be shaded. To shade them, use an ear cleaner that you have already used. I hope you learned something from this video, and that was useful for you. If you have any question, ask me so I help you. Love you and see you in next video.